Sean Black's a bitch.
Oh, no. That's right, everybody. OCCW proudly presents.
Can we get this out of here?
The Royal Ramble with Jonathan Mellis and still your OCCW Tag Team Champions, Thunder and Lightning.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome once again to another thrill-packed episode of the Royal Ramble, Orange County Championship Wrestling's flagship show, weekly show, talking about all the things going on in and around local, national, regional, international professional wrestling.
But
to my right,
the most important side of wrestling, OCCW, and their tag team champion.
the gentleman to my right, the ever-exciting yet never-inviting, still one half of the Orange County Championship Wrestling Tag Team Champions, B.A. Marcus Frey.
How we doing, Joe?
You're doing good, sir. I'm sorry, thought you were waving at the camera. You're looking good, and great match this weekend. To my left, the ever-inventive, the inimitable, the indomitable Azrael, the other half of the Orange County Championship Wrestling
Tag Team Champions of the World! The top dog, Azrael, the Vanilla Thriller, the White Lightning, and the Black Thunder from Down Under, B.A. Marcus Frey!
Fantastic showing this weekend, gentlemen. As you took it to Lucha Pro, you came out clearly still holding the titles. Take us through your match a little bit, what you did well, what you wished you would have done, and what you think is next.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, if wishes were fishes, them bitches at Lucha Pro would be making this world an ocean. But goddamn it, we ain't wishing we did nothing different because we still walked away your OCCW Tag Team Champions.
I mean, they were all here running around without their captain, without their leader, their jefe, so to speak. Vintage Dragon had a quinceañera that he had to go attend or something on the 29th, so he couldn't be there. So they were sitting around like a bunch of Latino children. ¿Dónde está papá? ¿Dónde papi? And he's out like buying cigarettes and whatnot. And I don't know if Vintage Dragon's ever coming back for you children.
Well, I mean, they're used to that. They're used to the story of daddy going out for a carton of milk and never coming back.
Well, he better come back because he's got
of what really went down last week and the only reason why Vintage still has this title versus Camacho. We all know.
Clearly he's talking to me.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he was talking to me.
Look at that arm, though.
Hey, he got putting some size on them biceps.
I don't think they noticed the arm once they.
All right, what's this? Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Did you trip over something, B.A.? Coming up to... Mother. Did he say boy?
He stole your shoes.
He took my shoes.
He took your
My
shoes!
goddamn Air Force Ones.
He didn't take your bike either?
What?
He
He took his shoes.
Why is it
Where were
about
you?
shoes? Why is it about the Air Jordans and the Barkley ones and whatnot?
I had to
Jack
climb up the
shoes.
tallest damn telephone pole in Stanton to get them damn shoes back.
You know, I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at your plight. I'm just saying he threw your shoes. Oh, jeez. Even I know what that means. All right.
Exactly.
Okay. Look. Clearly, Vintage Dragon did not want to take on the best that we have to offer. I mean, don't get me wrong.
They like to play the numbers game.
Don't get me wrong. Chris Camacho is talented up-and-comer. Here's, since he's so hot on loopholes, here's the one for him. Yes, you do still have the title, Vintage Dragon. Yes, you did beat Chris Camacho. Here's the problem. If you read the contract a little closer, you are supposed to defend it against the number one contender. Number one contender.
And it's time for us to establish a number one contender.
You all need to read these contracts much more carefully than you have been lately. You need some kind of lawyer.
Well, I mean, they be
to
signing
read
contracts
this
like they're a
over.
rap group from the 80s. I mean, like, they just sign,
Right.
oh, you gonna promise me some money? Let me sign on the dotted line.
Fair enough.
The fine print.
And
it's not
over
fun.
97% of earnings for the rest of your
Yeah,
damn
and let me be honest with you. I am not being shady with them. It's right there in print. If you signed the same contract contract. You signed the same contract. I'm
Which
not
is why
trying to
you-
snow
Which
anybody.
is why you see me at every damn OCCW show.
That's right.
You will not see me walk away and leave this title without defending it because I'm a fighting champion. And I know that my tag partner has got my back every time I show up to a show.
Your company has your back.
Exactly.
All right. And there's 2 provisos in that contract that you may have just skipped over or hope that I didn't realize. 1, we control the Lucha Pro title. That Lucha Pro title can change hands within OCCW. It may never ever see South Central again, hopefully.
Which is why it's getting a little bit shinier.
Exactly, and a little more prestigious. 2, you need to face the number 1 contender, and that right now that's Gusten Oberstüd by virtue of A, holding the Lucha Pro title, and B, get it? A and B. Yeah.
Okay.
And B, he was a former OCCW champion. So, vintage, hide, duck, dodge, dive, duck, dive, whatever it's called, dodge.
Dodgeball. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Well, you can't dodge OCCW, and you cannot dodge me, and you will not dodge Gusten Oberstüd, and that is.
I was more than willing to just wait the extra hour and have him forfeit the damn belt. But the rules of Mortal Kombat, you did not challenge Liu Kang there, Shang Tsung, with your leather jacket. You went down and you found Sonya Blade and made her face you in combat. You are a coward, Vintage Dragon. A coward.
I would have to agree wholeheartedly, and he's not really a dragon. He's more of one of them little lizards that live along.
And speaking of dodge, a big shout out to DJ Joey the Bull this weekend.
Fantastic job, by the way, Joey the Bull, at dodging all the criticism and working the show. Last minute. I remember calling on the phone and say, "Hey, this is a situation. This is what's happened."
I had to dust it off a little bit.
And we got some faulty equipment to work with, and we were able to work around that.
We did our damn thing. They heard my entrance music. That's all I give a damn
All
about.
right, fair enough.
Play it loud, brother. On the bass. Put the bass up. How we crack the sidewalk with that jam.
Exactly.
Okay, we're going to get back to the happenings of OCCW, right? But first I want to talk to you. The pro wrestling world is sort of a buzz, and I wanted to weigh in on this. First, you have heard through the airwaves or whatever, the interwebs, that Eric Bischoff and Paul Heyman have both respectively been put in charge in the 2 separate nights. Yeah. Paul Heyman in charge of Raw, and he's already done his last night, right? The first Paul Heyman Raw.
Allegedly.
And Bischoff taking care of SmackDown. I want to get everyone's opinion on it first, and then before I weigh in. Let's start with you, BA. What do you think of Bischoff taking care of SmackDown?
I feel like it's all just smoke and mirrors. I feel like a lot of it is they keep saying we're going back to the good old days. We're going back to the era where these guys were in charge of the wrestling show. And what they seem to forget is Eric Bischoff wasn't writing all of what was going on WCW. He had writers too.
Sure.
So when you employ the
absolutely
man,
nothing to do with
right?
it.
When you employ the man that all he was in charge of was giving someone a contract that said that they had full creative control of their character, how is that supposed to improve your show?
Yeah.
What does that do for your show? Unless he's literally going to be telling all the wrestlers when he shows up on Tuesdays, "Hey guys, do whatever the hell you want."
What should I call Kevin Nash?
How about Kevin Nash? Since I can't use Diesel.
What would you have to wear?
Okay.
Jeans, perhaps.
And your take on right now we're talking about Bischoff and SmackDown. Let's say it's not smoke and mirrors like he says.
Right.
I think he's probably right. Let's say he does have creative control, whatever you would call it, the production control. What is he going to do to SmackDown to help turn that ship around?
I hate that they still have executive, producer, director type storylines 20 years after it was a dead deal. Like, put over the people who are going to be fighting the matches, for God's sake. You have 64 pieces of talent that they haven't used in weeks. They have the number of people that haven't even been on SmackDown or Raw. That's the number, about 60. No direction for most of them. But, Paul Heyman's writing it now, so it's good. I don't want to know that the show has a writer.
Exactly.
Nobody needs to know that the show has any kind of writing staff.
Yep.
It's a bunch of guys trying to kill each other for a championship belt as far as anybody else needs to know.
So if they were smart, I feel like they should have said, "Hey, instead of labeling them as executive producers or head of creative control, say these are the guys that are going to be running the show. These are the general managers of Raw and SmackDown. Go back to that concept.
I don't even do that, man. I would throw that out. That's an old
it really is.
deal,
It
20
is.
years dead.
But that's what they're doing. They keep beating the same old drum. So if you're going to beat it, at least make sure that drum has a good sound.
Throw that drum away, man. Put that back into storage with your bass guitar and move on to other interests, for God's sake.
He's like Guitar Hero over there, right?
Right? It's like, they don't need to know that the show has a writer. Fine. Put Paul Heyman's ideas in there, but you don't need to announce that to a damn person.
And that's my point exactly. It's like, okay, yes, the business has been exposed, right? But you want, no one at Disney turns around and says to you, hey, this guy is the one in that mouse suit. Right, this is the guy. We got a new guy in the mouse suit. Right. No, you go there and it's Mickey Mouse, for Christ's sake, right? So you don't need to expose it that way. Here's the thing: you have Eric Bischoff, you have Paul Heyman. In essence, you have the captain of the Titanic and the captain of the Exxon Valdez, and now they are both piloting your boat. All right.
It's like, what if you put somebody in charge of the country who had bankrupted various business ventures? Wouldn't that be some kind of asshole move to do? Because it's like, apparently you've ruined your business multiple occasions.
Fair enough.
So how long until WWE has some kind of like Harley Davidson themed event out in the Black Hills somewhere?
Right.
Instead of Great Balls of Fire is going to be Sturgis, biker bonanza or whatever Eric likes.
Yeah, or Paul Heyman, have a Coke and a smile. Oh wait, Coke?
I mean, they're already going to... WCW went to North Korea in 1995.
Wow, have you heard some of the stories about that?
I've seen it. It's on the network.
Oh, I've seen Collision Korea. Collision Korea?
Yeah.
But I remember when it happened, and Hulk Hogan being the intelligent one saying, "Nah, I'm not going," and Ric Flair being probably drunk at the time. All right, let's give it a try. Oh my God!
They need the nature boy. Bring that world peace.
As he snorts another line.
Oh yeah, he said, what? There's no booze in North Korea.
Right?
No, they brought Muhammad Ali, and Muhammad Ali, I guess, told off a bunch of the North Koreans, and Rick's like, I want to go home. He's like, now he decides to talk. Like Ric Flair was all pissed off. That's in the book by Ric Flair.
Yeah. Now he decides that. That's right. Okay, let's recap a little bit. No Pity this weekend was the fourth installment of the wrestling card known as No Pity, which had originally started as No Pity in Midway City, and then it just got real shitty in Midway City, and we stopped going there. That's a whole nother story for a whole other time. We're gonna run through the card. I'm gonna get Joey the Bull. I expect you to weigh in on this.
Hopefully you know the winners and losers.
I have them right here. I learned from my mistakes, man.
I was DJing, man. It's hard for me to...
I want to specifically talk about...
Okay, he has it first and second. Like there was a first place and a second place in the wrestling match. That's what you call loser.
No, that's how they came to the ring.
Oh,
this is the outcome.
Let me read. Oh, because it's first and second. Second place in a wrestling match.
I was like, are we giving out medals and trophies?
He did most improved.
All right, go ahead.
He drinks a lot. Right. And sometimes he hits people.
2 Four Locos for $3.50. Your summer can be lit.
The first match was Melkor versus
and your
Chuck.
stomach
Chuck
will be
Mercer.
shit.
Two guys from MPW. Is MPW still in business? Or are they?
I think they're on hiatus. They're looking for a place to go.
Okay, well, best of luck to MPW.
I'm sure the dojo can be rented for a reasonable...
Don't forget, it's Sweet Robin Shaw.
Sweet Robin Shaw.
Okay, that's right. Sweet Robin Shaw against Chuck Mercer. Both MPW stalwarts, mainstays, ended in a no contest when... there was no contest when you got a guy like Sweet Robin Shaw coming down and sweeting up that ring. There's no contest for that. That's a contest all within itself. In any case, it was a back and forth affair. There was. Right? I almost had an affair. I wanted a little bit of that sweetness. Chuck Mercer was holding his own. The match was going back and forth. They wound up both down, kind of grace. All of a sudden, I'm standing out there enjoying the show. Car comes screeching up the alley behind the dojo. Two pendejos come out of the goddamn car, jump in the ring. It's Mariachi. It's Lil Cholo. They start beating on friggin' Malcolm and Chuck Mercer, which is fine because they're not part of my roster. They were just coming in as right. But still, it's my show. I mean, here's my take on it. You guys are so cute that you can't
find the balls to step in the ring and have a full match. But you muster up enough courage to beat people up from behind and then run. I mean, I believe me, like I said, I grew up in Fullerton. I've seen how it's done with the Cholos.
Yeah.
But, like that's if that's how you really still handle things at the age of 45 and 46, I mean, they might have. I mean,
They call themselves lucha homies. What they should call themselves is lucha ponies because they run and they scamper in and they
that's it. The lucha lowlifes just they literally run in and they want to make waves by saying, "Hey, look at us, we can beat people up from behind."
And then they jump in their car and they drive away and they do this on their way.
And I mean, I know that they're used to hitting each other from behind, but that doesn't mean that they got to come in and beat up other guys.
The views and opinions of B.A. Marcus Frey are the views and opinions of B.A. himself. They do not represent Orange County Championship Wrestling, Free Admission Channel, or the Royal Ramble.
You know what they say, though, John? There's no love like homie love. So that makes sense why they
Once again, the views and opinions of B.A. Marcus Frey are the views and opinions of himself. They do not represent OCCW, the Royal Ramble, or Free Admission Channel, or anyone else who lives in 2019.
They're just wayward.
I never said it was a bad thing.
I mean, I've been locked up. I never got hit from behind, bro. Come on.
Well, I mean,
You ever get it pushed in, Joey the Bull?
For some reason, these Lucha Pro guys, the Lucha Homie guys, they want to get a piece of OCCW. Like so many people, they want to.
I mean, but you want to be so bad that you're going to beat up two guys that are not OCCW. Like,
yeah, well, maybe they got a thing with MPW, and I just misinterpreted it.
By the way, Cholo's watching right now.
Hello, Cholo. Oh, you're watching now.
How
like you were
cute.
watching from the bushes when you guys rolled up in the car, jumped in, and took off. I sure hope your bumps and bruises were plentiful, right?
I mean, July 13th, we're at the American Legion post in Los Alamitos, unless he's a wanted man in Los Alamitos and got a warrant or something.
And if
they can come on down. We've got the championship belts. We'll take them on.
And if you
name a time and place.
If the other one's finally dropped, why don't you meet these two guys in the ring? The 13th of this month, July 13th, Yankee Doodle Damage, and we'll let you show us just how the Lucha homies handle business, yo. Huh? All right.
I mean, we're gonna beat on them like a piñata.
Yes, you get. Yeah. When we're done with you, you're gonna look like you're gonna get arrested for impersonating a piñata. You're gonna do. Yeah.
Problema, Cholo. Vamos ahora mismo.
Pantalones, por favor.
Mi pantalones están fuego.
They won't be wrestling anymore.
Yes,
They'll be
Jessica Sky, you can come.
They'll be selling chicle at the side of the building if you guys want some. So.
Mi hermano es chocolate grande.
Cholo says bumps and bruises was dopey. Okay, whatever that means. Anyway,
You're not up on the street lingo. That
was dope.
It was dopey.
Dopey. It was dopey.
I didn't grow up in the.
It was dopey and sleepy.
Straight 100 fire, and B.A. Marcus Frey yeeted Danny Moon all over the ring.
I didn't grow up on the street. My
on
dad had a
Snapchat.
job, so you know. Okay, that said,
They need a father figure. You know what I mean?
Maybe that's what they're looking
Cholo
for.
Cholo going to become Big Cholo and take all the kids on after school programs and teach them basketball and algebra.
All right, Joe, do you have something you want to tell us?
Yeah, Cholo says they're booked, but if they want to put the titles in the line, they'll be there.
What do you say?
I'll do it. Come on down.
As you've noticed, this has not left my waist since I got it. And you two in the ring, not going to make a difference.
All right, Lucha homies, you got it. You heard it here first, folks. B.A. Marcus Frey, Azrael, the team of Thunder and Lightning, the Orange County Championship Wrestling Tag Team Champions, will be facing the Lucha homies.
We'll put them back underground in the lucha.
This will take place at Yankee Doodle Damage, American Legion Post 716 in Los Alamitos. Doors open 5:30. Bell times at 6 p.m. Tickets are $20 at the door, $15 pre-sale. Don't miss it. We're going to announce a little more of the card as we go along.
And that match is going to be anywhere between 5 and 45 minutes, brother, and pretty close to the 45.
So what else happened this Saturday, John?
All right. So our second match was Heidi versus Heidi versus Alan Amos, and this is unique. Ooh. You all know that I don't really put together intergender matches. Is that how it's called?
I assumed Alan was a woman.
One would assume that, but no, he is male.
No,
do not assume.
He was hitting on me, man. That's weird.
I think he hits on anything, though.
In any case, Heidi, a larger individual.
Well, it's interesting that they go from being toxic love to just having a love in that ring. I mean,
Love is in the air.
Well, so anyway, to recap, Heidi and Alan had a back and forth match which ended in Heidi putting him asleep and basically doing what Quasimodo did and carrying him off up to the bell tower. That's the best way to describe it. So
I mean, that's when you know you got a good woman, when she can beat you up until you fall asleep.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then she carried him in his arms and carried him home. It was quite something. Bulletproof versus Helmet.
Put me to bed.
It
That's
was
what I'm
Beauty
saying.
that slayed the beast.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. Well,
But Alan gave me a rose and everything, man. I thought
Yeah.
we had a moment, and
Well,
I thought it was like a chick, and then all right, that's fine.
Yeah. I mean, I
yeah.
guess if you want a chick with a mustache, that's
All right, Joey, we're gonna let you weigh in on the Bulletproof Helmet. Go ahead. Were you gonna say something?
No, it was,
The Bulletproof Helmet match. Now, this is the first time, I've seen tacks in the ring, Legos, Skittles, nails. I have never seen empty shell casings in the ring.
I was hoping to see some tacks or Legos. Bullet casings?
did that take you back to the dark days, Joey? The
Yeah,
Bull?
it brought back memories, man. Being the bull out in the streets, and hit me deep.
Yeah, you know what? It was tough. A, it was tough to clean up. B, I've never seen anyone hit that those showcases. It looked extremely painful. Both men were worse for wear when the match ended with Helmuth getting the Duke. Our next match, our fourth match, was Suburban Justice versus La Raza. Now, I can tell you undeniably and categorically that a lot of people were really hoping to see this tag team of Suburban Justice return, gel, commingle, and put it to La Raza one more time. And for his account on the show, we're gonna have Camacho come in and give us a little bit of what's going on here.
All right, everybody, make sure you put everything in your pockets. Don't leave any loose change out, because he's going to steal everything that's not tied down.
That's a good point. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you stay away from myself. Why don't you grab a chair if you haven't grabbed one already?
He probably stole one and brought his own.
How do you know?
I'm just saying, I know how you roll.
Well, like the camera view.
Junior Cholo's saying that they're gonna dance their little dance on us, and he's gonna be the one pinning me. No, sir. We are throwing a shoulder block party. We're gonna be hitting all them shoulder blocks. We're gonna be dancing over their bodies by the end of the evening, and I'm gonna be doing a little hat dance on Junior Cholo's head by the end of the night. Also, Camacho's here.
Hey, okay, I don't know where he got that from.
I'm telling you, he be stealing stuff and bringing his own stuff everywhere.
All right. Camacho,
Yes, sir.
I have two questions for you. First being, what the hell were you doing getting in the ring with Vintage Dragon without my consent when it was supposed to be his match? Why did you not talk? Why did you just say, okay, I want to go in the ring?
Well, John, what happened was BA didn't show up for 10 minutes. We waited for him. We actually wanted him to show up. Then you see from the footage, he got jumped.
Yeah.
And he called me out, and I didn't want to get in the ring. But everyone's like, yeah, get in there, Camacho. I don't want to face my freaking deal. Super kicked me right in the jaw.
Right.
I put up a hell of a fight.
You did. I agree. No. You did a valiant effort.
Because I can't get mad at him for that though. Like anytime that you are given an opportunity to grab that brass ring, I commend you for taking it. But damn it, you took it all right on the chin.
Yeah, and you know that was a great match that you pushed. You got to push Vintage Dragon.
See, instead of fighting with each other, why don't we just go against Lucha Pro? We try to do it again. You see?
Fair enough.
See?
I mean, I'm ready to really tear down Lucha Pro from the ground. Like it's time to start tearing down that building and trying to get rid of them, because they're like I said earlier, they're like roaches. They will not die. Like they it seems like every week that they come around, they multiply.
We're gonna change their theme music to La Cucaracha. La Cucaracha. La Cucaracha. We're gonna stomp them out and put them out of business. But damn it, Camacho, you had to wait like an extra 30 minutos. Like,
we did
30
wait.
minutes.
It was 10 more minutes.
Then you just wait 30 more minutes.
Okay,
and then
my
he
question
forfeits
is,
the belts.
if BA didn't show up, where were you?
I was doing
Maybe
my
you
stretches.
attacked BA.
I was
didn't
waiting
you go-
till midnight like a genius.
Didn't you leave with him?
And then I was doing my stretches, I was waiting for midnight.
Did your stretches include beating up BA Marcus
30
Ray?
minutes later, and then we get the belt back. But this poor fool, you've been played by a bunch of street thugs. They're gonna have you doing the tagging up on the freeway, running their drugs for them. You're gonna end up in jail, and you're gonna meet people like this. And you're not gonna enjoy showering anymore, I assure you.
Azrael, let me tell you.
Stop.
Azrael, let me tell you.
You are a pretty man, Camacho. You need to stay away from those guys.
Let me tell you something. I might be stupid, but I'm not a dumbass. Let's say.
I mean, ain't that the
I
thing?
disagree.
No, think about
like,
it.
you put them in the
I know
dojo
I may do like some really questionable things for money. $20 is $20. I'm just saying, but maybe he did not leave that in the past. Maybe he did attack.
But you got your ass kicked for free. Like it'd be one thing if you did get paid for letting him walk away with the OCCW title, but you did that for free.
Man, I didn't want to do it. You saw me. You could play the video again.
All right. Enough of that. What's past this prologue, right? Tell us a little bit about your match this weekend with La Raza.
Man, that thing was bad. Got a concussion, 2 concussions, 3 concussions, 4 concussions.
In one match.
In all my matches.
I feel like this is why he's so easily tricked. Like he's had like 4.
Can I just say right now, I was shocked that he could count up to 4 right now.
Right? Like, you want to be a referee? You already got the important.
He stopped at 4.
I can't count up to 10. All right.
Okay, so tell us what happened. You guys looked like you had momentum going your way. You were pushing the microscope. You were pushing the envelope, right?
Yeah.
And then what happened?
I don't know, just miscommunication and just some other stuff, man.
So you wound up getting pinned.
Yep.
You know what? I saw that match. You looked good. You took it to him. Don't worry. I think your tag team is going to start to gel pretty soon. I'm going to get you guys another match, maybe here at Yankee Doodle Damage. And don't worry.
Yeah.
Do you have any parting thoughts for our?
I trust him, man. He let them in the dojo for no reason. He wrestled, gave Vintage Dragon exactly what he wanted for no reason. Pat him down right now. See
Well,
if he's
he did use the term Theo. I feel like there's a little bit more of a connection there than I
Vintage
like.
Dragon is like their father figure.
I
He's
mean,
taking them on.
I just don't want you to get talked over to being aligned with the scums of Lucha Pro. You know, because I know family is everything to you. But remember, OCCW family is more important than bloodlines. Remember that.
And why do you think I fought him?
Okay.
Let's keep it that way.
And they're gonna take advantage of you. Hey, you've got a future. You could get a scholarship. Hey, you could go to USC, vato. You've got a future.
Yeah. Okay. Just
You need to stay away from these streets, man. You need to stay away from East LA. Stay away from the ghetto. Stay away from the elote man and the freeway overpass and those homeless people. You're gonna be one of them, eh?
Any thoughts?
A negative times a negative equals a positive.
We want to wish you luck at Yankee Doodle Damage, which is Saturday, July 13th at American Legion Post 716. You and Drew Masters will be in action. I haven't. Maybe a rematch against La Raza. We'll see. Okay.
Who knows? Maybe we could face those title belts one more time, you know?
Who?
Get those title belts one more time, you know? I just want another title shot, John. Come on, man.
Come on, obviously, you need to go. Someone's calling you. They're whistling for you. All right.
Yeah. It's probably vintage.
All right. What?
Yeah, see? Vintage just called him on the phone.
What's going on
see
here?
how he's doing. He's the only father figure he's ever known. Of course he's gonna, do the honors for the man and keep the belt around the waist. Half an hour. I was 30 minutos away from glory.
Wait a minute. There's no guarantee that you would have wound up with that.
Why not? Why wouldn't I? I'm clearly number 1 contender.
You're what?
Well, I was watching our match. I scored most of the points and such. Like, I'm pretty sure I deserve to be OCCW
I
champion.
feel like in that match, you bumped your head a lot of times. Because
I beat you once. Let's,
All right, moving right along. All right, let's talk about your match with Thunder and Lightning versus Lucha Pro. That was for the OCCW tag team titles. Everyone, it was like the tacticians versus the tanks, right? I
am a tank. I am an Abrams fighting vehicle streaming across the desert. What? And
then we had Azrael versus Danny Moon, right? 2 technicians that were just fantastically trained, fantastically conditioned, and frankly, very evenly matched. I got to pat myself on the back for that. And then you had the muscle, right? We had B.A. Marcus Frey against V-Pac, right? Or Vinny
Vito.
Yeah, Vito Pacarelli, or whatever the hell his name. Anyway, he's from Lucha Pro. And Boy, he really brought it to you. Huh?
I mean, going in, the one thing that I will tell you is, in my mind and in the mind of everyone that's watching, I'm the biggest and baddest man in that ring. And I will not hesitate to tell you that. But I do have to hand it to them. They did put up a hell of a fight in that match.
Quick, breaking news, guys. Mr. Vintage Dragon right now is saying Luis Tapia is Lucha Pro. Eddie Vice is Lucha Pro. Are we losing our guys here? Are we losing?
What is going
I like
on?
Luther. Luther can count to 3, and he did like a stallion in our match. He counted to 3. He was there for me.
What do you say about that, John?
Okay, so you're saying that Luis Tapia is Lucha Pro?
Eddie Vice too.
Which is funny to me because our champion, Augustin, wouldn't have had that title if it wasn't for the help of those two individuals. So how are they now all of a sudden jumping over to Lucha Pro?
Because he accidentally swung and missed at Vintage Dragon and hit Camacho?
So what you're basically telling me is there are guys in this world that like to align themselves with losers. So
They're called women.
He just posted one more. Camacho is Lucha Pro.
You know, it's very easy, it's very easy to try to get everybody infighting and this and that. You know, a lot of people take to social media
because I feel like he's just trying to stir up drama in the locker room.
What he's
pretty much trying to tell us we can't trust anybody in our own locker room.
Yeah, that's exactly. He's trying to plant the seed of doubt. He's like Iago in Othello,
right?
Not your buddy, our buddy Othello. Right. Shakespeare's Othello, right? Did anybody read it?
Keep the lamp for yourself, Aladdin.
Not that Iago.
Use the wishes for yourself.
The bird from Aladdin is the name.
You didn't watch the movie? Yeah. You hate fun. You ain't damn fun.
I don't like talking animals. It just doesn't make sense to me. In any case, Iago was the one who turned Othello against Desdemona.
Yes.
Okay.
I know that story.
Wow. Right. Drew Masters is crying right now. How is it Drew would assume that his good friend Camacho-san would betray him? Drew Masters has a heart of gold. He's a trusting fool.
And he will absolutely, Camacho would not stick a knife in our back, right? I could count on Camacho like I can count on my fingers and toes. Don't you worry about that.
I mean, he's just
Vintage Dragon. You know, you're trying to plant the seed of betrayal in everyone's head so that you get this infighting going. So we turn into the NWO or whatever. Yeah. Not going to happen.
Well, we've already lost Horace Hogan and Virgil.
Damn.
Eddie Dropkick. God damn it, the ship is sinking, everyone. Now what do I do?
Wow. Luis Tapia says, I got suspended without pay for my actions the last podcast. That's a big bullet I took from OCCW.
Sorry. You can't keep making us look bad. 1, by being a crooked referee over there in Lucha Pro. 2, by smacking someone upside the head with a kendo stick.
Right. So basically he's saying by his mistake, he's turning his back on OCCW.
No, he's not. He just said that he took a bullet for OCCW. Well, thank you for taking the bullet. Right?
You're going to take a lot of bullets in East LA if you keep hanging around there. I would stay in beautiful Orange
I was
County.
like,
unless you run to Bulletproof Troop.
Right. Okay.
I don't want to take anything away from V-Apocalypse, though. He's the biggest, strongest, toughest guy in Lucha Pro, probably in all of East LA, and there's a lot of big, tough, strong guys from over there.
You know, if he wasn't associated with Lucha Pro, I would try to get him to wrestle for us. He's fantastic, big and strong.
You should sign Danny Moon. Danny Moon is by far their best technical wrestler on the entire Lucha Pro roster.
Well, I mean, Danny Moon is a hell of an athlete. I'll tell you that.
That guy. A little bit of money. I bet I could turn Danny Moon. Here, you have Eddie Dropkick, and I'll take Danny Moon.
Yeah, I mean, if we're doing the
Luis Tapia,
we'll do the brand switch right now.
That's fine.
Fair trade.
And then you can be general manager of the Raiders. They've made a few questionable decisions.
We got AB. We ain't going there.
Yeah, Anthony Davis, and you can have
too soon
D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah, might as well.
Or who's the other guy?
I mean, we got AB, and we gave up.
Puzzle pieces are moving.
No, you're talking. No, I was talking about the Lakers.
He's talking about the Raiders. He's trying to talk.
Anyway, Guy Cool versus Tony Reyes. That was a GCF sponsored UV match, ultra violent match that ended with Tony Reyes rolling up Guy Cool. You know, it's really good to have Guy Cool back. I kind of had to apologize to him for having an ultraviolet match. That's really not his forte. He's a fantastic wrestler.
But that's the thing is he's the type of guy that you ask him to get in that ring, and it doesn't matter what type of match it is. He'll put his neck on the line.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he's fearless. He may love a party, but he also likes a good scrum. So, hats off. We're going to be seeing more of Guy Cool in the future. Tony Reyes, he's got his deal going on there with the UV title and what is it, 3PW?
I did not see a single black light in this entire match. I don't understand the ultraviolet concept.
Not ultraviolet.
Are you sure?
Ultraviolent with an N.
Because I'm like, if you put a black light on Tony Reyes, you might get some.
Okay.
You might get a couple.
I don't think Tony Reyes will ever want anything black on him.
Oh my goodness.
I'll say it, son. I'll say it.
All right. Tony, we're just joking. No one's trying to make you look bad. No one is putting down your red hat baseball cap. All right. The final match was Gusten Thunder Uberstud against the inimitable Mikey, the Juggernaut O'Shea, the Irish Juggernaut O'Shea. So for a recap on that match, we're going to call in Gusten Uberstud. Gusten, you want to come in?
Hello, sweet babies.
Oh, yeah.
And he had to come sit by me.
Yeah, come on. We're friends now.
How you doing? We got to get them roller chairs. Robert, hey, take my credit card number and order us 4 of them rolling chairs so that we can move around a little bit.
And just giving out credit card numbers?
Hey, I mean, while you at it, can you order me some DoorDash right now, too?
Yeah, can you do that too? Whatever you want.
If they deliver,
Don't put down Roscoe's
Maybe some breath
chicken and
mints.
waffles. Get me a Corvette.
Some breath mints for Joey the Bull, yeah. Anyway, Gus and Thunder Uberstud, we're going to show the match in its entirety after this, so don't give us a spoiler alert. No spoilers.
You're missing something, aren't you?
What am I missing?
Your hardware.
Yeah, where's your...
I am hardware. I wear everything hard.
I mean, he likes hard stuff, I guess.
All right. Take us through your match with Mikey. Now, you and Mikey are friendly and on good terms, right? Both of you guys are known as fan favorites, and I wanted you to tell us a little bit about your match and how you felt going in, and without giving away the ending, because we're going to show the whole match, can you tell us a little bit about that match?
Well, at first I was a little confused. I thought we got all these shenanigans going on in the dojo. Why is Mikey O'Shea want a little piece of Gusten Uberstud? And he explained it very well. He said, I want to make sure you're ready. I want to make sure you're ready for Vintage Dragon. If you can't get in the ring with me, you can't get in the ring with Vintage Dragon. I said, okay, Mikey, we'll do this. And we played it right down the middle. Sportsmanship and everything, and we were having a good, solid match. 2 solid competitors, 2 big boys going at it, just like this,
Oh,
Yeah,
Hold on.
Yeah, there's a lot of...
Yeah.
A lot of...
All right.
No, I'm not going to do it again. I mean, it's...
So, like I said, please don't give away the end of the matches. We're going to show it at the end of the podcast here. So if you're watching, you want to see the end of, or you want to see the match between Gusten Thunder Uberstud and the Irish Juggernaut, Mikey O'Shea. I'm sorry I'm getting tongue-tied today. I've given up energy drinks and I'm drinking this Diet Coke. God, it's just not happening.
Almost time for bed, old man.
Sun's getting real low.
Well, your mom's coming over later, so don't worry. It'll be all right.
She's like
To give you a bath?
She moves like a woman of 70, trust me. So,
You nasty.
So, or maybe, yeah. So, keep going. Tell us a little bit more about your match and what you're looking for. Are you looking forward to? Go ahead. I'm sorry, I keep cutting you off.
Well, I can't give away anything else. So
Okay.
they're gonna watch it.
All right,
I'm not gonna say too much.
show
I'll
that-
say it was brutal.
It was
physical.
It was
I
a
can tell you.
fantastic
I
match.
got a handprint on my chest from Mikey O'Shea.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely walked away from that match with a lot of evidence that he was in the ring with Mikey O'Shea.
That's right.
I'm lucky I'm walking on this podcast with my nips intact because he almost wiped the clean off my chest.
That's racist.
And
I want to say hello to Mike Masudiak. He's got
Matusiak,
Matusiak.
yeah.
He's got 2 kids that are big John Cena fans, which is a good choice, because
Because
I'm
they
all
look
about
like
the
his dad.
thugonomics and the word life, so the kids are dressed up like John Cena, which I've been known to do from time to time.
I still rep that chain gang.
I
That's right.
I don't know if any of us have the heart to tell Mike Matusiak those boys might be John Cena's kids because damn, they look just like him.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Anyway, I'm kidding, Mike.
MJ Terrace.
Question of the Kool-Aid Kid, all right.
Is that working out for you?
We're a small but elite group, I think he's doing well. I'm doing well. I support all of John Cena's endeavors. I'm gonna go see the Marine 17 or whatever it is. I love Big John.
Well, I mean,
he's like a brother to me.
These are kind of some of his stomping grounds. So, I mean, this is
Saturday, July 13th at American Legion Post 716, you'll see Gustin Thunder Uberstud, who may have misplaced his Lucha Pro belt, wrestle Vintage Dragon once and for all.
Well, he didn't. He just didn't want to have to get another tetanus shot for wearing that too much.
Cut himself on
For the
it.
Orange County Championship Wrestling belt, for the Lucha Pro belt, for all the marbles. Should this match go either way, you will not see those two against each other in the ring again. That is Saturday, July 13th at American Legion Post 716. Yeah, we're going to talk about 4th of July. You're all invited to our free show, barbecue, and fireworks display. It's going to be here at the Della O Training Center in Stanton, 8381 Catella Avenue. 4th of July, burgers, dogs, drinks, you bring the rest, right? We're going to have a few matches, very unique matches. It's all free. Food is free.
I heard we might organize some karaoke again.
And, we're going to have a karaoke contest this time.
Oh, jeez.
That's right. Azrael won it last year. Right?
Oh, really?
Yes, he did. He won. Don't give away what we can sell. Don't give away what we can sell.
I think myself and B.A. Marcus Frey were doing it last year.
I damn should remember that.
Unleashed a lion.
We'll take him out, bro. We'll take him out, brother.
So come, if for nothing else, you like wrestling, great. You like food, great. You like fireworks, great. You like great singing, hey, this whole panel right here will rock your socks off. That said,
A big shout out to Paul. He's watching.
Which Paul?
Paul
Paul Stitz, how you doing? 1/3 of the triumvirate. What's what your name is now? You and Ruben and Mike, you are the triumvirate. The guys who sit in the rain to watch wrestling. You guys are badass.
Brian Chastney.
Mindy
Hinojosa.
I love you, girl.
Jessica Sky.
Hey, Jessica, Fancy Nancy.
All the scums from Lucha Pro. And who else? Oh, and Rachel's actually watching.
Hi, Yoga Star.
Say it like that. Why you gotta say it like that?
Hey, man, why you just talking to her like that, man? Why you objectifying? You're objectifying women. That's objectifying. You gotta
Still,
do
I say it and talking to your girlfriend like that.
You're objectifying. They're not pieces of meat, John.
Damn it.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry, Rachel. John's opinions are that of John and do not reflect blah 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 blah.
So now let me just say this.
Don't even think about it.
And say it the right way.
Hey,
Yoga Star.
It's cool when he does it. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot
what
DJ
is this?
SoCal. Oh, there we go.
Nothing, because we're not there yet.
Oh, yes.
All
we are.
right.
That's Lexicon. You like Lexicon.
We're getting there.
I like Lexicon, yes I do.
That's your good friend, Lex Icon.
Yes, yes, Brian, you can sing Gangnam Style. This brings us to an interesting moment in our show known as Topics, where the panel here, that being Gustin Thunder Oberstund, Bad at Making Friends Marcus Frey, and the inimitable Azrael, will have 1 minute to comment on the following topics. All right?
The state of public schools.
So,
We're gonna
I
need
have
a
1 minute on
little
the
bit
clock,
more than a minute
and
for
we're
that.
going to start with Azrael. All right? The first topic is AEW versus Evolve and the intertwinings therein. And go.
Okay, WWE knew that AEW had a show on Saturday, and they had Evolve, which is their 10th year anniversary. Evolve is an independent promotion that frequently leads into WWE, is watched by Steven Regal. Guy Cool had a tryout match at Evolve, God bless him, and got some words from Steven Regal, so that's nice. And then the AEW show was also on the same day, but the hell with them, because they're going to put something on to match it, keep the eyes on the WWE product. During the AEW show, if you saw Cody Rhodes bled like a pig, which is, the Rhodes, family trademark. He got whacked in the head with the steel chair. The backrest clapped him on the back of the head like a great big giant mouth, and boom, he bled all over the place. 12 staples, and now I want to see him get his well-deserved revenge. Darby Allin is a great piece of talent that I also saw on the show, but also a suicidal young man who does the coffin drop. He gets here like he's going to go down in the coffin. Boom, falls backwards, goes under the ring apron, half killing himself in an athletic spectacle only matched by the likes of Superhuman from Snapchat. And there you go.
All right, so we got his take on Evolve versus AEW. For another point of view, we have Gustin Uberstund.
Oh, we're just gonna jump. Okay.
Go.
Well, he wants to save the best for
You don't
last.
care about BA's opinion. I see how it is.
Clock's ticking.
Well, AEW, you know, everything I hear about AEW is, they're going to take over, they're going to beat WWE,
Right.
WWE is not going to exist anymore, no more WWE, hooray, AEW is going to save us all. Blah. Different products for different people. You know, it's a good time for wrestling when you have an alternative, but you know, WWE is its own show, so I think the comparison of trying to say, well, who's got the best promotion, it doesn't really matter. You like what you like. How many seconds do I still have?
20 seconds.
What do you want me to sing? Because that's about all I had to offer on the subject.
Yummy, yummy.
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?
This is like watching Ben O'Rourke at the debate. You're like, start speaking in Spanish. That usually kills about 20 seconds. Como es mi amo Gustin?
And that's Gustin Uberstud's thoughts on AEW versus Evolve. For the final say on such a topic, we have the undeniably wise.
I mean, like, I just feel like I'm smashed in between two giant pieces of white bread here with the way that we got this design.
And you're the Nutella cream, baby.
Wait. I'm going to pause this. Take a look at the monitor. All right, hold your arm out like this, just like that. Now, whose arm is whiter, his or mine? Yeah, and this guy's been in the sun all fucking day.
It's the lighting. It's stronger on that
what about me and Marcus? Look, here's the top of my head versus
here's the top of my head. So clearly I'm the blackest one in the room.
It's all better
This
perspective.
guy is white. I am not white. Thank you. All right, now let's start again.
And I am not white,
that there's anything
I am clear.
wrong with being white.
No.
My kids are white. All right, ready? There's something wrong with them. All right, and we're talking about AEW and Evolve. Ready, go.
Well, I mean, the way that it looks right now is there's a line that's being drawn in the sand, which I really think is a waste of WWE's time, because really at the end of the day, put out your product, do what you do best. You right now are sitting at the top of the heap. Don't worry about AEW. You're really wasting your time, because the fans right now are going to choose what they're going to choose. Now, what you should be worried about is the fact that you put on a pay-per-view and barely sold over 4,000 tickets. Like, that's where your focus should be. Stop focusing on, we have this independent product called Evolve, and it's going to run up against AEW. It's not going to run up against it, because, like Gustin said, you're going to like what you like. You're either going to watch Evolve, you're going to watch WWE pay-per-views, or you're going to watch AEW. That being said, I feel like AEW right now is putting out the superior product.
Time. All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Our next topic is one that you'll enjoy. The topic is custom matches. Now, before we weigh in on this, custom matches. Now, for those of you not familiar with the term custom matches, you can say they are... they are matches which involve, they're varying degrees of fetishism in it, right? So varying degrees of fetishism, from very, very tawdry, almost sexually type charged, and then one that are just kind of softcore wrestling. You've heard of hardcore wrestling? This would be considered softcore wrestling. So first to weigh in on the subject.
I'll give you 10 seconds.
Gustin, go.
Cover me in Jell-O and pay me $1,000. I'll do whatever you want. Contact me on Facebook for bookings. Thank you.
You have 52 more seconds.
Cover me in Nutella and bananas. On Facebook. I'll do whatever you want. Whatever kind of sauces and juices you want to rub on me for $1,000, I'm yours, baby. I am not above. I am not too superior for any of these kinds of shenanigans.
30 seconds to go.
I mean,
Don't save him.
What? I already said it. How do I need to say
24 seconds to go.
Hey, look. I like to take wrestling very seriously, okay? I like to get in the ring and hit him hard and hit him fast and hit him from all angles.
Yeah.
But regardless of what I do, there's different types of wrestling. It's just like the AEW conversation. There's different types of wrestling for different people. So if you want to get weird and all that kind of goofy stuff, you can get weird. I'm going to go in the ring and do what I do, on a Saturday.
Time, mercifully enough, your time is up. All right. Now, to weigh in on his opinion, we have Azrael.
All right,
go.
I consider all my matches custom matches. By God, like I go out, I ask the fans, what do you want to see? You want me to see me do a figure 4 or drop an elbow on them? What do the people enjoy? You know, whatever you're into. And as I look out at this crowd for the most part, I can see that most of them have probably never even seen a naked lady in person. So watching some kind of weirdo wrestling match is probably the closest that they've ever had to some kind of, intercourse with a human being. So there you go. So there's a lot of that. And I've done a lot of stupid things for $20. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do a lot more in the future. So whatever you're into, if that's what you're going to watch, that's what you're going to watch. It's not any worse than a lot of other things that I've seen, by God. And then, the internet's a weird, wacky, wild place. You can see a big kaiju MMA as people in dinosaur costumes fighting each other with exploding buildings. That's pretty awesome. So that's a thing to do. And I'm very popular in the land of India. A lot of Indian dudes send me a lot of heart eyes, emojis and stuff and ask me, can you put me in a triangle choke? And so it's just basically like I wrap my legs around their head and I'm like, if you want to fly me out there or come out here for $1,000, I'll do whatever you want there, Raja.
Freddie Mercury.
What? That's that showdown money.
Thank you. Come again.
That's India. They're not.
It's the same difference.
No, it's
it is. What? It's different. How is it different?
The views and opinions of Azrael are the views and opinions of Azrael himself. They do not reflect the views and opinions of Orange County Championship Wrestling, the Royal Ramble.
Well, that's the whole point of this
channel.
1 minute. We're giving you our views and opinions.
You're talking about Texas.
Me and Marcus Frey.
Don't start his clock yet. Now we know you're gonna try to play the big tough dude. Just drop it for a minute and tell us what kind of weird stuff you're into. That's what.
No. Let's not do that. Just
Let you
Color me and grits.
matches. Go.
Feet.
Wrestling fan.
Well, I mean, when you talk about custom matches, it really. I mean, we have guys like Joey Ryan that toe that line every day anyway. I mean, let's really look at what we're talking about when we're talking about custom matches. You're literally taking wrestling and you're turning it into a sex show. I mean, that's what it is.
Not sexual. Sexual or sexy, but not sex.
Right.
Actual sex.
Well, I mean, unless you go to www.ultimatesurrender.com.
Ultimate Surrender.
I've actually seen that. That's disgusting. Go on.
Disgusting is not the word I would
finish it. You're on the topic. Custom matches.
I mean, I just believe that custom matches sometimes it's fetish, like you said, it's fetishizing wrestling, and it's unnecessary. But for some, they feel like that's what they want to watch. There's nothing wrong with it. You like XPW, you like XPW.
There's a lot wrong with that.
I agree. There's a lot wrong.
There's a lot of problems with it.
All right. Okay. Our next topic. Okay. Before we move on, I don't know if any of you have heard, but Tommy Dreamer came out with a revelation, and that what year was it? He was plotting to death kill Paul Heyman after the fall of ECW. He had it planned out. He was going to do it at one of the shows, right?
It was at WrestleMania 17, the one in Texas, because in Texas you can carry a gun wherever you feel like.
Right. So he was going to kill Paul Heyman and then himself, because he lost a bunch of money in ECW that he felt that Paul Heyman,
and his parents' money, by the way. That was a big deal.
That he felt that Paul Heyman dishonestly bilked him out of it.
Paul Heyman on the WWE TV making probably like a $750K, somewhere around in the neighborhood of there. After telling Tommy, don't take that $1 million with WCW, Tommy. I need you to be loyal to me. And then as he's going down, you see Paul Heyman sitting there in commentary making a good sum of money.
So we're gonna. Are you all familiar with this topic?
Yeah, I'm fairly familiar.
Okay, we're gonna open with B.A. Marcus Frey and his opinion on Tommy Dreamer wanting to kill Paul Heyman. Go.
Well, I mean, it made it more of a biblical thing, kind of like an eye for an eye type mentality, where it's like you really wronged me, so now I'm going to go and try to go on national television and take your life and then mine. I really feel like that's never the route to go. To me, there are always different ways of handling it. I feel like, people that don't believe in divine intervention, I feel like there was something that did step in and save Paul Heyman's life that day, and Tommy Dreamer's life, and then I wish that would have been the case for Chris Benoit, but unfortunately, stuff like that happens. But at the end of the day, a douchebag is a douchebag, and really that's what Paul Heyman is. You're really aligning yourself with a piece of garbage when you look at an individual like that, and it's really unfortunate that a man like that is still walking around and getting success.
Fair enough. All right. Azriel, I'm going to put another 30 seconds on the clock because I am dying to hear your opinion on it. All right? And go.
First of all, we always like to end the show on a high note. We want to uplift the people before the end of the evening. So I just want a lot of respect for Tommy Dreamer for reaching out, admitting that there was a problem at a point. People get depressed in a bad place and don't want to talk about it, seek help. But it's always good to go ahead and do that, reach out, and the sun will always rise, as long as you don't do anything so permanent as to end your life or somebody else's. Tommy Dreamer is Italian. They got the mob thing going, and I understand him thinking along that way. Open carry is kind of a weird thing because it's kind of hard to stop that. Even if you have security all over the railing, I didn't really think about they allowed guns into the Astrodome or whatever. Good Lord. I was in Arizona. And
Who needs pyro?
Right. There's a gun with the circle through the line. And I was like, oh, because we're in Tombstone. It's like one of the old Wild West signs. And they're like, no, man, like you can bring the gun most of the place. And I was like, that's an odd thing. But, Tommy Dreamer, Paul Heyman ripped a lot of people off for a lot of money. Everybody's a mark. And Tommy Dreamer Paul Heyman worked all of the marks to his advantage. A lot of people turned down a lot of opportunities for him because he told them that it was the right thing to do. And then as soon as the ship was sinking, he jumped off the ship and then got onto WWE, which he always had the option to do because he was always Paulie dangerously before, and he could always go back to that. So, long story short, you got to do what's best for you. If you ever get down in a down position, the sun can always rise. And who doesn't believe in divine intervention, by the way? We are a glorious stable. We're always here to help our fellow man. I believe in us. And also, Jim Ross called it a good time.
Damn. Jim Ross called it a good time?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm not going to go too far in the comment, but I remember the Danger Zone at AWA, and I remember looking there are some people in this world that you can just look at, or you don't even have to be around them, and you just look at them and some people say there's an aura about them. It's like you said, maybe divine intervention is putting. There are some people on this earth that you can look at and just say that guy is bad news. Yeah. And and just the whole everything about Paulie Dangerously or Paul Heyman just screams scumbag. And when you look at how he used to steal the airline tickets, the money for the airline tickets refund from WCW, how he ripped off all the guys who were behind him at ECW. They were still selling out arenas when they closed and went out of business, right? They were still selling tons of merchandise over the phone. Well, not online, over the phone. They were pulling in money, yet somehow they managed to go out of business. I mean, it just tells you the kind of person Paul Heyman is. Scumbag. All right, that's it. I want to pitch one more time. Saturday, July 14th, you're going to see the Lucha Homies against Thunder and Lightning for the OCCW Tag Team titles, right? That'll be a 2 out of 3 falls match. Right, I've just decided
Why is everything got to be 2 out of 3 damn falls?
Because he just wants to see us work guys over as much as we can. And either way, I mean, get your cardio up. That's what we doing.
Get your cardio up. You're going to see this man, Gustin Thunder Uberstud, take on for the final time, third and final time, if I'm not mistaken, Vintage Dragon. Get OCCW's belt back into the OC.
Yeah, let me address that for just a second. Did
Certainly.
you see what this fool did?
Which
he
fool?
tried to rename that title under his Lucha Pro. I'm Lucha Pro. I got the Lucha Pro title. You don't rename the OCCW title, the Lucha Pro, Dragonweight, whatever you want to call it. Your daddy's mad. And I never did get my rematch. He said, Gustav said he doesn't get another chance. What do you mean I never get another chance? I had you tapping on that mat like a baby.
Like a baby.
The only bug that was in that ring were the bugs that you brought in.
Yeah, la cucarachas.
So now you got a rematch, whether you like it or not, and that title's coming right back here to OCCW.
Let me read this contract before this match happens. I don't want any shenanigans. No ballyhoo. I'm going to look it over with my microscope and my book of law, and I'm going to make sure that you get your due.
We'll get the lawyers on. Gosh, if only there
and I will take 10% of their revenue.
We'll get a lawyer to look at it. If only there was a lawyer running a pro wrestling company.
I'll take 50%
Imagine how successful
Give it to me. I'll take the contract down to UEW this weekend.
The Dustin lawyer may, yes, because I know he's just dealing with his lobster and his cats right now.
Yes,
doesn't have a lot to do with.
If you are true to your last name,
who is this
listening right now?
Who is this Joe Gonzalez? Who is that? Anyone
from
know?
Destination 6.
D6.
Oh, you're going to be there July 14th, Joe? Good idea, because we won't be there July 14th. You're going to be there all by yourself.
July 13th.
Isn't it?
Hey,
Whatever.
July 14th.
He's gonna come before.
Hey, Joe Gonzalez, I'll buy you a ticket.
Yeah. You won't need a ticket.
They love you. You don't even know.
Nobody loves me.
They love you out there.
Girl.
They love you out there in Barstow.
Love me, you know that.
Well,
All right.
they don't know you that well.
Come on down. I mean, don't turn away money.
All right, yeah, you're going to buy a ticket.
You want to come down and watch the show? Watch the show.
Yeah, buy a
Grab
ticket.
seat, get a drink. They got an open bar. I mean,
Open bar.
Plus, you got to remember, he's the Destination 6 champion right here, right next to you.
Oh, that's right. That's
He's
right.
the champ.
Yes, still
D6
there.
champion in the house.
Yeah, so if
Come
you're
on
gonna-
down. Bring everybody from Barstow.
and bring,
right?
bring your champion his title while you're at it. I mean,
I want to take pictures.
Hey, yeah, bring it. Bring your title. You want to defend it? We can talk. Man.
Yeah,
All
that's
right,
what I'm talking about,
that
Joe
said,
Gonzalez.
Last Saturday, June 29th, was it? June 29th. No Pity in Stanton. We're going to take you to the main event match between Goose and Thunder Oberstedt for B.A. Marcus Frey, for Azrael, for
DJ Joey the Pool.
this is Jonathan Malice, and for our guest, Goose and Oberstedt, we want to wish you all a good night. Hoping all your bumps happen in the ring. Watch the match. Have a good one.
Holla.
Love you, DJ SoCal. Don't be a bitch.
I don't know if you saw that briefcase, but it was demolished.
Case closed.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for the main event of the evening. It's a one-fall match for the Lucha Pro Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, the challenger. He hails from Garden Grove, California. Weighing in at 320 pounds, he is the Irish Juggernaut, Mikey
This ain't the UFC, kid. And I'm not Mike Tyson.
and his opponent tonight. He is the current reigning and defending Lucha Pro Heavyweight Champion from Wessel, Germany. Weighing at 200 pounds, Mr. Yummy Yummy, Gusten Uberstein. Here's your crowd. So originally I was supposed to take on Damon Devine, but unfortunately he tucked his tail between his legs and ran to China. So I gotta wait for a couple months for him.
So what better way to get warmed up than to take on the Lucha Pro champion, Houston Uberstein.
I'm gonna make you warm.
That's what she said.
Earlier this month, for GCF, where's Jamal? Where's the other guy? So you questioned me what happened at the last show. Very simple. You told me I have too much heart. I'm too much of a nice guy. The reason why I dropped Vintage Dragon on his ass was because I'm not going to let him take the GCF title like he took the OCCW title.
Get it, Mike.
And I know one way or another, you're going to face him again. That Lucha Pro title, that's why you're putting that title on the line against me tonight. Because if you can't beat me, you ain't got a chance against Vintage. That's why we're facing each other. Take the mic.
Oh boy. This ought to be good.
I think it should stay right here. What do you think? Let's get nasty, big boy.
Give that yummy, yummy, baby.
He's gonna get it. Everybody gets it.
I got nothing but love for you, Goosen, but in this ring, I got nothing but love for you.
Hey now.
Where's the Michael? Touch him good. He says he's got nothing, but I don't believe it.
There are kids right there, man. Come on. Can you take this seriously for 5 seconds?
Do you see me? Oh my God.
All right.
Ring a bell.
All right. Take it serious. Big boy style. Nice and strong. Come on, Mikey. Come get your little taste, big boy. That's not for serious, huh? You feel that? Huh?
Did you just seriously smack my ass?
Yes,
Okay. Like a bull.
It's okay.
Yeah, you like it.
Mikey!
That's what we call our shit. Are you serious?
I'll show you too. Eat this.
on, Mikey.
I shot them as hard as I could in the butt. It ain't gonna work, kid. Yeah, 30 pounds of pressure. Put your head down.
That's a little bit better.
That was you! That was you! We've already been over this dude. It's so damn hot today. Yeah.
Harder.
I'm not even looking at you. I'm looking at those guys over there. How much harder do I gotta hit him? That was you. Hold it back right there. That was you. I saw you. Harder.
Get the bucket.
Harder.
I felt that. Harder.
Harder. Oh my neck.
Harder. Harder.
3. 4. If I make that out of a shirt, 5. You better buy it. 6. 7. He's up.
Come on, champ. Harder. Harder. There you go.
From the top rope.
Yeah! That's what your mom said.
Yummy. So you want to put your nuts in my face, huh? See how you like some big, salty ones coming right at you! Strike one!
I can't get out.
Yummy.
Ladies and gentlemen, this result, technical contest, still the pro OCCW, Houston Uberstar.
Andrew, get my match a good review, okay? I had a good match, Andrew. Be nice to me. Be nice to me, Andrew. I had a good match.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, this Thursday, July 4th, Kilo Jiu-Jitsu Dojo, free barbecue, free wrestling show, free fireworks. And then on Saturday, July 13th, at American Legion Hall, 716 on Florista Street in Los Alamitos. OCCW presents Yankee No Damage. Don't go anywhere, you'll still come around for the youngsters. And then we can show Lucha Pro for them. OC! OCCW! Once again, ladies and gentlemen, July 13th, at Los Alamitos, American Legion.